Not enough people talk about grieving and running a business and how much that sucks. Welcome back to my channel. This is your first time here. I want to say, hey girl, hey. I'm Christine Horn and I am an actress, I'm an acting coach, but this channel is all about helping women unleash their star power, also to help women build online businesses, write books, just anything that you can do to share your story with the world. And sometimes to do that, well, most times to do that, it takes drive, tenacity, focus, goal setting. It takes motivation, a whole lot of stuff. And when you are going through loss, the loss of whatever, it can be really hard to focus. It can be really hard to get anything done. And I created this new channel because I just wanted to find a way to pour into my sisters and hopefully give you some encouragement, because I honestly was searching for a voice, but I didn't know what voice I was looking for, if that makes sense. So I'm just standing in the space of maybe the words that I wish I heard. Here's the deal. Again, in 2023, I have to say was one of the worst years of my life. I was married for almost 9 years and I divorced my husband, rest his soul. We got divorced officially. All the paperwork was dry in June of 2023. I think it was June or July, 2023. The marriage was over way before that, but it officially got done. And he ended up passing away in September of 2023, September 5th. And then my dog, Prince, who I never was a dog person. You'll meet my other dog, my new dog, Rumi, soon on this channel. But he passed away at 7 years old to lymphoma 2 weeks after my ex-husband. And when I tell you, life just stopped for me. Even though he was my ex-husband, he was still my friend of over 20 something years. And he was my husband for almost 9 years. And that loss just took me down. I am a person outside of being a professional actress. You may recognize me from stuff, BMF, Snowfall, Classified, Blackish. I've done a ton of television and movies. But outside of that, I'm also I run a 6-figure coaching business, coaching actors. That community, I started that business in 2017. I've always been an entrepreneur at heart. I'm a 2-time author. And so business needed to be run. But let me tell you something, sis. When you are in the bed, grieving, depressed, there's no business getting run. Even with systems, even with assistants that I do have, I had to downsize tremendously in 2023 because there were strikes. There were some actor strikes that happened in 2023. And this business, the entertainment business, shut down. So there went my bulk of my clientele. And so everything just shifted. So things were like, there was like death of the industry. There was death around me. And then 2 weeks after the last day of September, one of my first cousins died. I was like, September, you can have September. And I just remember knowing that, okay, I know grieving is normal. I just didn't know it was the first time I've had to deal with it on such a intense level. And there's an interesting feeling of knowing that your livelihood is dependent on you showing up. Listen, as an entrepreneur, without another day job or anything like that, like it's on you. And other people are depending on you, that gets intense, which only adds then to the depression and the sadness and the grieving. And that's what happened for me. And if that's you, if you've been through any kind of loss, I want you to, first of all, look, let me just say this. In this video, I'm not here to be like, you need to do X, Y, Z. Here's 3 steps to that's not what this is. I really am just trying to be like, just let you know you're not alone. And also just to let you know, like, what I learned. What I learned was I needed the time. I needed the time to rest. I needed the time to be still. I needed the time to sit with God. But that did come at a cost. It came at a cost of my business slowing down. It came at a cost of me feeling confused. When there's a lot of loss, I think people deal with things in different ways. Some people deal with it like, life is precious, let's do all the things. And then that's not where I was. I was like, you know what? I've been on this hustle grind mode for so long. Life is precious and I want to be still. I want to chill. No, does this even matter? What matters? Quality time with loved ones matter. And I'm not making light of it. Like, I got to the point where I was like, who cares? Like, what does it really matter? That argument, that thing, like, oh, let's just be peaceful. Let's rest. Like, be still. And that comes at a cost. But whatever that is, however you decide to handle it, just know that that's how you are deciding to handle it. No one can tell you how to deal with your grief. They can't. But I will say, do your best. Do your best to think about the ramifications of you slowing down. I think a lot of people talk about how sexy it is to be an entrepreneur, freedom and all these things, which is, yeah, it's awesome. However, it's all on you. It's all on you. So whatever other assistance you can get, whatever other systems you can put in place now, if you are an entrepreneur watching this, like, think about if there were an emergency and you had to step away from your business, what systems do you have in place? What protocols do you have in place for things to run, at least for a certain amount of time? And I'll be honest, I didn't have all those systems in place. I just kind of stopped. At the time, I didn't have a lot of private clients, so that was okay. I have a lot of passive products in my business, digital courses. That's stuff we can talk more about on this channel. So that was able to still run. But yeah, it was challenging. And to be honest, wow. It's been a year and I am just starting to feel somewhat like myself again. It got to the point some of my my coaching besties had reached out to me, was like, Christine, girl, are you still coaching? I haven't seen you online. Are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not okay. I don't feel like it. I have nothing to say. When I have something to say, I'll say it. And that's how I've operated. When I have the energy to be on TikTok, I do it. When I have the energy to be on Instagram, I do it. And that's the same thing I offer you. When you have the energy, honey, work it. If you have, look, I got energy for 3 days. Get as much done as you can in 3 days. Schedule as much as you can in 3 days. And then when you don't, you don't. Oh, well, that spurt is done. And this may be the word that you came to this video for. I gave myself grace to feel however the hell I wanted to feel. If I didn't have the energy to work, I did not do it. And I want to give you the same permission to give yourself the same grace. When you suffer a loss, you don't know how you're going to react. So it can't be business as usual. It just can't. And you have to give yourself grace to understand that you have never been in this position before. So you're in new territory yourself. There'll be days I'll be walking around this house like, I don't know. I'll be calling my girl, I don't know what's wrong with me. And my friends will be like, girl, you're grieving. You're probably depressed. It took me a while to just own that, because I love God. I'm a student of law of attraction. Like, I know intellectually the things. It's the things that I teach. So to be out separate from that, even with therapy and trying to life coach myself, it just wasn't happening in the time I wanted it to happen. And I can honestly say a year later, like, this new YouTube channel for me is a manifestation of the healing journey that I have been on for myself. It's even to the why I'm even able to try to share with you. So take the time that you need. Give yourself grace. And don't think because you see other people smiling on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, you're only seeing one piece of their life. So especially for my entrepreneurs out there, if you're like, God, how do people keep going on? They're crying at night too. They're having a hard time getting out of bed, but maybe they have a virtual assistant who schedules some stuff. Maybe they have an editor who did some editing for them. Maybe they had a day where they did have some energy and they batched, a month's worth of videos in a day and they're dripping it out. And so it looks like they haven't missed a beat. Meanwhile, they're missing a lot of beats. My stomach's growling. Ooh, it's time to eat. So I just want to offer you that. If you need more inspiration on just how to live a life that you love, if you're someone who has been saying, I've been thinking about writing a book, or I've been thinking about launching that online program. I think I have some ideas that I can monetize or turn into a passive income. I don't know. I feel like this is the channel for you. I also will give you there's going to be some vlogs here where, I'm just creating content that I just want to see. I catch myself sometimes on YouTube and I'm like, I don't even know this chick. Why did I listen to 30 minutes of some chick I ain't never seen a day in my life talk? I don't know, but I did. And I was like, I want to make some of that content. And I want to make it. I don't want it the same for everybody. It is for women who know that you have something in you that needs to come out. So I plan on sharing personal in vlogs, and then I'll give some tips, give business tips. So again, if you have any comments, please leave them below. Subscribe to this channel, and come back for more. What would you like me to talk about? Again, I plan on sharing business tips. I've been running my business, again, digital marketing is my thing. So I want to help you with that. So thanks for watching. This is the first video on this channel. There will be more. I do have another YouTube channel under my name, Christine Horn. If you are an actor and want acting tips, there's hundreds of videos over there. But welcome to this softer side, and I'll see you in the next video.